2,000 years ago, the church in the ancient city of Colossae faced a specific kind of pressure. They were told that simple faith was insufficient, and that to reach true spiritual maturity, they needed upgrades: secret philosophies, mystical experiences, and rigid human traditions. If someone hands you a counterfeit bill, the best way to train yourself to spot the forgery is to become deeply familiar with the genuine article. Once you know the real thing, any imitation becomes immediately obvious. This is the strategy the Apostle Paul uses in his letter to the Colossians. Before he ever addresses the specific false teachings, Paul saturates his readers in the truth about Jesus. In chapter 1, he delivers a highly structured cosmic poem that serves as a masterclass on who Christ actually is. But when you look closely at how this hymn is built, a structural mystery emerges. The opening lines describe the origins of the physical universe, while the closing lines focus on resurrection from the dead. Why take the story of the world that was made and place it side by side with the story of the world that is being remade? Why put creation and resurrection in the exact same poem? The answer is found in the architecture of the text. Paul builds this poem like a blueprint, dividing it into two distinct parallel panels. This layout shows how the blueprint begins. In panel 1, Paul calls Christ the firstborn of all creation. This title meant ultimate rank, not chronological birth. As the supreme head of the cosmos, he actively binds the physical order together, fulfilling Adam's original role. But that original design met a catastrophic disruption. Adam's rebellion introduced disorder into the system, subjecting creation to corruption and allowing death to distort the harmony of the universe. Think of this broken universe as a cosmic ledger, where the records no longer match reality. Debts are owed, the numbers don't tie out, and the books are wildly out of balance. When an accountant finds a corrupted ledger, the goal is to correct the discrepancy, not burn the books. In the same way, God's response to a fallen creation is a universe-wide restoration project to balance the ledger. This brings us to the exact center of the poem, verse 18, which acts as the hinge connecting the two halves, that in everything he might be preeminent. Now a second panel forms, introducing Christ as the firstborn from the dead. While figures like Enoch or Lazarus only escaped or postponed death, Christ enters death itself, exhausts its curse, and defeats it, breaking through into immortal life. He emerges as the new Adam, the representative head of an entirely new, resurrected humanity. Paul describes the blood of the cross as the mechanism for cosmic reconciliation. This is the balancing of that broken ledger, settling the debt and bringing the scattered pieces of reality back into alignment. This cosmic reconciliation provides a guarantee that every part of the disordered universe will finally be brought back under Christ's intended rule. When you view the completed blueprint, the symmetry becomes clear. The old creation and the new creation stand as parallel witnesses to one authority. Creation and resurrection are two movements within the same story, joined by a single person. This addresses the pressure facing the Colossians. They were tempted to seek out secret knowledge or mystical upgrades to elevate their faith. But Paul's logic is absolute. If Christ created the universe and now stands as the head of the new humanity, what could human philosophy possibly add to him? Recognizing this architectural reality reorients daily Christian living. It removes the anxiety that you are missing a piece of the puzzle. It frees you from the treadmill of seeking the next religious trend or spiritual upgrade. The believer is already fully united to the head of the new creation. The entire story of reality begins with him, is sustained by him, and reaches its culmination in him. Because Christ is supreme over both the old and new creation, you have everything you need in him alone.